Cool. Hope everyone's doing well today. We're going to be working on this new project, AI. Ship a landing page with V0 and Vercel. I'm very excited for this. Actually, I love working with AI tooling, and every day is like something new. So, yeah, very exciting stuff. We'll just kind of give it a second while people trickle in before we jump right into it. Maybe for everyone that's here already, show of hands, who's gonna jump in and actually do this one with me? Here's the link. There is a correct answer here. Everyone's gonna do it today. So yeah, jump in, boot up the app. Maya's gonna do it. Follow me along, and yeah, we'll learn some new stuff. Yeah, so this is part of a new series. So in the series, we are building a landing page via Vercel. That's where we're at now. Over here. Next is Stripe payments, and then lastly, post-hog analytics. Analytics are pretty important. Hey, Sean, how you doing? You're going to be doing the project with us today, Sean? Absolutely. Yes. Drop the link again for anyone that joined in a bit late. Jump in, get comfortable, grab some water, coffee, whatever you need. And yeah, we'll crack into it. So again, landing page with V0 and Vercel. So Notion ships hot fixes in 15 minutes. A pretty good turnaround, actually. If you don't know, I am a software engineer at NextWork. 15-minute turnaround for hot fixes is pretty damn good. Some companies, their builds take longer than 15 minutes. So yeah, pretty awesome stuff. The way they do that, modern deployment platforms like Vercel. So this is kind of cool here. You get HTTPS and you get DDoS protection. So DDoS is distributed denial of service, and get a wee definition here. Basically, it's a way of taking down a service with a distributed network of bots. So protection, pretty good if you get that out the box. Edge caching. So edge caching is performance optimization. And yeah, this is very much enterprise infrastructure. It's like, a lot of big companies have this kind of stuff. So to get it out of the box with Vercel, it's pretty cool. So what are we going to do? We're going to build a landing page, describe what we want, and then AI is going to generate some code for us, and we'll deploy it with one click. Sounds pretty cool. And we'll have a live site with real security features. So we're going to use v0.dev. Anyone use these tools? Just throw it in the chat if you have used Vercel to deploy anything, or you've used v0.dev, or if this is the first time you're using these tools or seeing them, shout out as well. Sloth, how do you make sure the AI code generated is good? That is an excellent question. Yeah, hopefully we get to play around with some AI generated code. Can kind of explain a bit, but at a very, very high level, start small and be very specific in what you want it to do. And realistically, over time, you need to build up your own knowledge base, understanding like code structure and how to identify good code, bad code generally. It's not just AI. It's like how do you review your peers' code, right? If you treat AI just like another engineer, you can apply all the same principles. Sean, first time here with V0. Actually, same. I haven't used V0, so I'm pretty excited. And it has a free tier. Even more exciting. So we don't have to pay anything. It's my kind of tool. So Vercel, yeah, we kind of touched on that. SSL, DDoS protection. It's very good. Cool, we don't need any prior React or Next.js experience. Anyone here have React and Next.js experience? And you can be our experts. Sloth, yes. Gonna be asking you questions. You can be the expert for today, unless someone else claims that title. You got this one. All right, so I'll reset this chat. All right, so what are we actually going to do? We're going to generate an e-commerce app using v0.dev, deploy it, and we're going to use Cursor. So I use Cursor pretty much every day. Personally, use a combination of Cursor and Claude Code. So yeah, be fun diving into that. All right, so we've got 3 different tracks here on your own, some guidance step by step. Kind of depends how familiar you are with the topics. I think today we'll go step by step, work through it together, and come out at the end with a cool project that we can showcase. So yeah, haven't used v0.dev before, so let's give it a crack. Anyone who's following along? Sean, I think you said you're jumping in too. You ready to start? Cursor my goat. That's right. For anyone who's just joined, this is the project we're working on. Follow along or jump right in and start building while we work through it. Highly recommend jumping in and just following along and actually doing it while we work through it. And feel free to ask any questions in the chat as we go along. So we're going to do the step-by-step guidance. And let's take the quiz. I like quizzes. Yeah, exactly, Sean. Exactly. All right, I'm going to defer to everyone in here because I'm curious what if people know this. So, which of the following is a core web vital metric? I think. All right, I know the answer here. So, anyone want to give it a crack? Maya is typing. Actually, core web vitals. Might have to find out a bit later with this one. Roy. Oh, welcome, Roy. Didn't see you. All right. So, food to hunger. Food to hunger. Yeah, good metric. So the core web vital metrics are these ones here. In terms of what one's in the project, I actually don't know because we haven't done it yet. But I think the most likely one is one of these. So we'll give it a crack. There we go. CLS. We'll learn a bit about that later. Why is a Vercel account linked to GitHub necessary? So for anyone that's used Vercel for deployments, might know this answer. Give it a few seconds. So we've got to generate UI components, enable Cursor's 2.0 AI features, track core web vitals, or for automatic deployment, never changes are pushed. You know, on text tab, A, B, C, D. We've got D, Demon Slayer, great name. All right, we're gonna go with Demon Slayer, and we've got correct. So Vercel is going to deploy for us whenever we push changes to GitHub. Which of the following is not automatically provided by Vercel upon deployment? We kind of talked about it before. A, automatic HTTPS. B, DDoS protection. C, Stripe payment gateway. Or D, a global CDN. All right, throw your answers in the chat. A, B, C, D. Demon Slayer. I know you know the answer. Sean, D. Demon Slayer, what do you got? Maybe D. All right, shall we? Okay, consensus is D. D is, oh, so you do. You get a global CDN network. It's a content delivery network, sorry, for faster content delivery. So the actual answer, I think, is C. So Vercel doesn't give us a Stripe payment gateway. Next, what do we got? Making local changes in cursor. What is the correct sequence of git commands? Well, we haven't quite got there yet. So if anyone knows the answer, I'll be pretty impressed here. So we've got git add, git commit, git commit, git deploy. I will shortcut this one. Oh, Roy, what do you got? A. Let's do it. A. Nice. Roy, coming in clutch. All right, what is the primary function of v0.dev? So we've got A, manage GitHub repos. B, generate a complete e-commerce UI. C, provide a local development environment. Or D, deploy the app. What do you guys think? Demon Slayer, you've been on a roll. Wouldn't it? Yeah. B would be nice. Yeah. Sean says D. I actually I think is B. So Roy, your wishes have been granted. And finally, what is the key feature of Cursor 2.0? We'll make it there in the project, but for anyone that already knows, Sean's got some. 50%. Okay. Let's see. Well, I mean, can it fix all TypeScript errors? It might be able to with AI. But really, one of the cool things about Cursor at the moment is it's got this browser component editor. So we will get to explore that a bit. Now, for validations. So build up our documentation as we go. In this project, what are we going to do? We're going to create a landing page using v0.dev and deploy it with Vercel. v0.dev, as we've learned, as we've gone along here, is a tool that allows us to build landing pages without needing coding experience. Go AI. So Vercel provides some enterprise features. I think we learned about DDoS protection. We learned about a CDN. Anyone want to highlight anything else? SSL, that's the other one. And why is it useful? Because we don't have to build it ourselves. It just comes out of the box. Pretty awesome. Check it out. Looking good. Got a dark theme today. Cool. So step one, time to ship like the pros. We're going to use v0.div. We're going to generate a complete e-commerce landing page. And the same AI tool divs use to prototype. It's true. So we're going to create a Vercel account, generate landing page, create product and checkout pages. Sounds very cool. So in this step, we're going to create a Vercel account and generate our landing page with v0.div. What else should we? So we need a Vercel account because we are going to link it to our GitHub for automatic deployments. Nice. So if you are following along and you don't have a Vercel account, now is the time to make one. Same with GitHub. If you've already got them, then you're ahead of the game. If you're running into issues, just shout out in the chat. We can work through it together. Myself, I've already got a Vercel account. Make sure I'm in the right org. This is my one here. And I already have GitHub. Cool. Just gonna pause there for a second. Anyone that's currently here going through Vercel creation or GitHub creation or running into any issues, now's the time to shout out and we can work through it, or we can pause while you're catching up. Just shout out. Cool. Nice. v0.div. All right. So v0.div, part of Vercel's ecosystem. So we don't actually need to sign up for another account, which is cool. It's all integrated. So we're just going to sign in. And because I've already signed into Vercel here, just use the same session. We're going to ignore that. We're going to accept some terms. And we're here. Cool. Screenshot time. So if you didn't know, you can copy and paste. When you hover over, save you a little bit of time. So we signed in using our Vercel account. Ooh, how long? Good question. I want to say since September last year. But fun fact, actually worked with Amber, the CEO, and Krishna, the other engineer, a few years ago, or many years ago. So yeah, knew them beforehand. And yeah, Sloth, to answer your question, that's actually how I joined. Cool. Anyone catching up? Have we all made V0 accounts? Even if you want to play around with V0, now's the time to do it. Ask questions, break stuff. Doing the third AI project. Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. All right, we'll keep chugging along. So now we're going to prompt it to create our app. It's very exciting. So the key is giving clear constraints to guide the output. So I think Sloth, you were asking before, like how do you know the code generated is good? This is where you start really, is having very clear constraints and boundaries and guardrails for when you're building prompts and prompting AI. So you want to make sure it's uh, got a really good understanding of what you want, and you don't give it too much leeway to create random stuff. Um, so we're going to copy this. We're going to put it in here. And it's going to build us a landing page with the hero section, product detail page with buy now button. It's going to be a placeholder for Stripe. Checkout page, another Stripe placeholder. And it's going to be modern, clean design with tech startup aesthetic. So one page without scrolling. All right, let's give it a crack. How many people, show of hands in the chat, use AI every week at least? Every hour. Excellent. All day. Yeah. Yeah, it is like that. I remember, I think maybe 3 years ago when like chat, or maybe longer now, when ChatGPT first released, my colleagues and I used it to create funny haikus about each other, and now we use it every day for writing code. So it's come very, very far in that time. Cool. So it's going through and building our app for us right now. It's using, I think, Next.js here. We can click on some of these files, maybe. Not yet. It's chugging along, running some diagnostics. No issues found. Wow, look at that. 1 minute and 15 seconds, and we have a website. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. If you have not made a V0 account yet and tried this, highly recommend it. I'm going to drop this link one more time. Jump in there. Follow along. Go to V0. Put a prompt in. And yeah, this is pretty cool stuff. So it's analyzing the prompt, generating key components, styling, assembling, all from just plain English. Very cool. So now I guess the question is, how can we see the actual app? Here we go. Ooh, V0 asked Maya a question back. That's pretty cool. So I think in this case, Maya, you want to do, it's actually got it there, the recommendation, single page. That's pretty cool. Ask you questions back. What do I rate V0 versus apps like Lovable? Good question. I haven't used V0 before, but I know it's part of Vercel, and that whole ecosystem just makes building and deploying apps like super easy. They're a very Vercel, very good company, very good engineering team. So a bit more confidence in what they're doing. Lovable, also great. So really, like, these things are gonna move at different rates, and sometimes V0 is going to be better, sometimes Lovable is going to be better. So just got to keep using them and trying things out. Yeah, but how cool is this? So we can go through, and now we've got a full e-commerce website. More questions. What type of products will this e-commerce store sell? Oh, tech gadgets or whatever you want. I mean, it doesn't have to be tech gadgets, but is Lovable the best no-code platform? Debatable. I don't know if we have a best yet, to be honest. Lovable, Replit, V0, they're all great. Try them all. Today we're trying V0. All right, so we've got this product page. It's got the buy now button, got a checkout page, no secrets. That's fine. We're about to add some payment keys. Oh no, in project 2, we'll come back and add the payment keys. And let's take a screenshot. So let's go back here. I really like how it's given me some like selling points for my very real product. Oh, a bolt.new. Should we check that out? That's one I haven't seen. We're getting a little bit sidetracked. Oh, very cool. Yeah, there's going to be lots of these popping up, so try them all, see what it's like. If you're following along with the build, chuck your screenshot in the chat. Let's see what you got. If you need a hand, if your prompt isn't working, if you want to try build something else with the prompt, or if you're stuck on any of the steps, just shout out at any point. Entire e-commerce page. Yeah, Sloth, that's awesome. Cool. Anyone else? Anyone else got screenshots to share? Something else we could do is NextWork.new. Nice, Maya. We could prompt it to change the image if we want. Change the image. All right, give me some ideas for an image. What are we selling? We can have some fun with this. Any ideas? What should we sell here? I see lots of people. A robot that folds laundry. I like that. All right. Any other ideas? That's excellent. Turns out no. We'll say we'll say change the product that we're selling. The product is now a robot that folds laundry. Does this robot have a name, Sloth, by any chance? You know what? The robot should be called Sloth, I think. Make an ad for a coffee mug with Maximus and McLovin. Excellent. That's good, Sean. All right, let's see what it gives us. Let's see what it gives us. I have high expectations here. Folding clothes is kind of like math. Yeah, it is. It is, isn't it? Sean, did you manage to get into V0 and do some prompting? It's great. There we go. AI wristwatch that projects an AI companion that guides you. Catching up. Cool. No worries, Sean. Yeah, this is, with AI, you can have a lot of fun with it, and you can experiment with lots of different things, right? Like a few years ago, you'd be paying someone to make all these small changes for you, and overall it would cost a fortune. But now you can experiment. So definitely recommend just have some fun with it. Put some of those ideas in. Roy, I love that one. Um, Look at this, 50 items per hour capacity. To be honest, that's a bit slow, but hey, it's automatic. So what are you gonna do? Look at this. All we're missing is a cool video. The sloth is $2,000, but you get some sick savings, $500 savings. It's good. Oh, taxed. Ooh. All right. Yeah, definitely recommend having some fun there. See what you can come up with, and yeah, share it in the chat. Share your screenshots and your ideas. All right, so now we're gonna go live. One click deploy. Crazy. Um, in this step, we're going to deploy to Vercel, and we're going to get the same infrastructure that Notion uses. So HTTPS, global CDN, DDoS protection, all for free. Cool. Deploy my laundry folding robot, aka blah. HTTPS, global CDN, DDoS protection, all for free. All right, so we're going to export to GitHub. Very cool. So it's going to push our generated project directly to a new GitHub repository. And we're going to do that by clicking the GitHub icon bar, and we're going to enter a repo name. Alrighty, give it a crack. Are there any health tech, biotech, or AI in medicine projects? If you're referring to like NextWork projects specifically, not yet, but highly recommend, if you're not already in the Discord community, jump in. You can go to community.nextwork.org, and that will take you to the Discord server. And yeah, go into the project request channel. Currently, we're doing a project a day for 21 days. And so a lot of those are actually from the community. So we definitely do build projects that you guys recommend. So jump in there, give us some ideas, what you guys want, and we will, yeah, do our best to make some cool stuff for you, and teach some interesting, useful skills. All right, so we're gonna go click the GitHub icon, and we're gonna deploy. So this little guy here, you can't see it. Gonna deploy it to my personal account, not the NextWork one, and we're gonna call it Sloth Laundry Folding Robot, and hopefully that name's not taken, because I really think this idea is gonna take off. So let's give it a crack. That's doing some stuff in the background. So that's actually making the private repo for us and pushing the code there. Amazing. Even makes the branches for us. And we can push any changes that we make. How cool. Much cheaper than Neo Robot. Maybe we need a new product then. All right, so we got the notification. Let's see if we can view it in GitHub. So, well, we can go to our GitHub and check it out. I want to go to my personal one. Go to my repos. And we've got it. Sloth laundry folding robot. How cool. E-commerce web app. I haven't had to write any code yet. So we've set the main branch as the active branch. Repos created. All right, if anyone's following along and you are stuck here, you've run into any issues or errors, just shout out. If not, we'll keep chugging along. How do you guys research for projects? Good question. So there's a number of ways that we go about figuring out projects. But yeah, one of them is just recommendations from the community. So no such thing as a bad idea when it comes to projects. So definitely chuck them in the project request channel. Oh, you did it, Sean. Amazing. Masters of Kubernetes. Oh, I love it. I love it. And is that in V0, Sean? GitHub repo. We'll take a screenshot. Yeah, that's awesome. How cool is V0? How do we do it? Simply clicking on the GitHub icon in V0 and exporting. So what does it actually contain? Well, that's a good question. I'm pretty sure it contains all the code, but let's have a look and dive in. Yes. So it's got all the code that we see here in this one that created this page. Very cool. So it's in the GitHub repo, but it's not actually live yet. So we can't sell the product to the world if the website is not available. So next up, we're actually going to publish it. So we're going to click publish, select production. We're going to go straight to prod. Off we go. If you're following along, hit publish. Share your URL, your page in the chat, and we can all take a look. So at the moment it's building. Should give us a little notification once it's done. There's visibility here as well. We've set it to public, so we want to sell our product to the world. Our laundry folding robot named Slot. How complex does deploying get when a lot of backend is there? Oh, excellent question. So it can get quite complex. I think particularly when you've got microservices involved specifically in a mono repo, that can be very complicated. I think particularly for like startups, keeping things simple for as long as you possibly can is generally the way to go. So a lot of the time, engineering teams, especially more experienced engineers, will want to build microservice architecture because it's the cool big thing. But oftentimes that just ends up making more work for yourself. So trying to keep things scoped down and simple is generally the way to go. But yeah, it can get very complicated. Don't let me touch the back end at my company. No backend for interns. Really? That's sad. Do some more NextWork projects and they'll be begging you to work on backend systems on e-commerce. Oh, cool, we got one. Demon Slayer. Yes. AI tools leaderboard. Very cool. And did you make this with V0? Yeah, nice. That's awesome. Very cool. All right, so ours is ready. Ours is here. Check it out. Make sure to pick up one of these folding laundry folding robots. They are AI powered, 24/7 autonomous. I'm not sure who has 24 hours, 7 days a week worth of laundry to fold, but if you do, you need one of these. All right. So we published. Excellent. Anyone stuck on any of the steps or need a hand with anything? Just shout out. I do. I do. What's that in relation to? 24 hours of oh right. That's terrifying. I don't want to know. Once you have kids. Okay, okay. This is for you. This is for you. Yeah. This one's dedicated to Harry Brewer and Roy. All right. Cool. So we beat to our site. Padlock settings. Cool. Let's have a look. Connection is secure. Right. And we've got a valid certificate. And this is what we get for free with Vercel. So we've got HTTPS, and they do that by managing SSL certificates for us on our behalf. So it means we've got a more secure connection, particularly for e-commerce. If you're buying products, you should be looking for the little lock symbol to make sure that your connection is secure. So people can't pull things like your credit card details from HTTP packets, insecure ones. So this is great, right out the box. All right, we're going to upload a screenshot of our live site. Looking great. And what security features handles SSL certificates, HTTPS automatically. Padlock means the website is secure and people will definitely buy my robot. Definitely. Product testimonial already. Yeah, exactly. If you're still generating fun websites, that's all good. I understand. Definitely keep sharing them in the chat. All right, so now we're moving on to the dev workflow. So the site's live. We're gonna clone the code from the repo, and we're gonna use Cursor. Awesome. So we're gonna clone, use Cursor, and we're gonna create some environment variables for the future, setting ourselves up for the next projects in the series as well. And we're gonna make some changes and then deploy it. And this time we'll deploy it from Cursor rather than V0. Clone repo to clone the repo locally and use Cursor 2.0 to make changes and deploy them. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. They're professional Next workers at this point. Cool. So for me, I already have Cursor installed, but if you're following along and you don't, no stress. Um, you can follow the instructions here and download it. It doesn't take too long. Um, if you are having trouble, just shout out. We'll work through it together. Otherwise, if you've got it installed already, um, just open it up and we're good to go. So, Cursor. Hello, Cursor. So when you open it up, we've got a few options. Open project, clone, or connect by SSH. Oh, we've got a missing image. No stress. That is something for us to take a look at. But it is the Cursor welcome screen with the clone repo button. So, help you out. It'll look something like this. Perfect. Nothing to see here. So we're going to need the repo URL when we clone. So we're going to go back and we're going to go to the code. Let's grab this. What is tech stack at NextWork? So we primarily use React, TypeScript on the front end, and we use Go on the back end. Golang. It's Google's programming language. Clone. Here we go. Clone from URL. And we're gonna put it straight here. Good enough. Oh, we got an error. This is not a valid repository name. Uh-oh. Let's have a think here. So let's try something else. Let's give it SSH and let's see if we can figure out how to clone by SSH. So what's the leaderboard looking like? That's a question for Maya. How is Go in backend? Go's pretty good. It's easy to understand. I think especially if you're coming from like a TypeScript background, it feels quite intuitive, and yeah, it's quite a powerful programming language at a low level. Will the private repo work? Good question. Good question. Let's try this again. Let's try it with SSH. So for context, I have SSH configured locally. So if you're running into problems, that might be one of the reasons. Yes, so that was my issue. I use SSH for get. So why SSH? It is a more secure way of using Git. So you've got a specific key, and yeah, just more secure. Using the link itself is perfectly fine for most cases. I think you'll find that the majority of companies will require SSH, and there's something called a signed commit in GitHub as well, and that's an additional layer of security which requires a key to actually sign every commit that you put in to verify that it's actually you doing it. So yeah, different layers of security. Yes, exactly. All right, so that was my problem. If you're running into any issues, just shout out. We'll work through it. Cool. So now we're in Cursor and we've got our code. Very cool. We'll do this just in case we need it later. Also, outside of these labs, if you are having any problems, ask is a great feature to use, as well as just um, the community. Lots of people around to help working on projects as well. All right, so we've opened it. We can see our files, and we're going to check for some cursor updates. Always good to keep IDEs up to date. I think especially AI integrated ones because they update them so often, and there's always cool new features. So what we did there was this one. If you're on a Mac, um, over here, oh, I lost it already. Check. Oh, it's because we clicked it. Sorry. So this one here, just click check for updates. It'll do it. And if there are updates, it'll just install them and restart for you. Cool. And we're going to run it. So we're going to open the chat, Command L or Control L on Windows, and we're going to run this prompt. The chat's already open for us. Convenient. So AI doesn't just write code; it can also run lots of different commands, including running the app for us. We can allow this, or we can just run it. Personally, I recommend checking all of the commands that it runs. If you don't know what a command is, highly recommend just Googling it, or you can even, something that I like to do, just copy it and go into ask, and you can just say, what is this command doing? Is it safe? And formatting, you don't need to do that. Let's see what it says. Yeah, good to know what AI is doing because you don't want it to accidentally delete things that are important. Um, Generally safe. Designed to run development-related tasks locally on your machine. Perfect. So we're not deleting stuff. Great. Gives me confidence. I'm going to let it run. Now it's installing some stuff, packages. Those packages are coming from here, our package JSON. Um, let's see if we get the same pop-up. Cool. Keep running. Now it's going to start our dev server, pnpm dev, and it is running it in the background. Ooh. Cool. Module not found. Oh no. Can't resolve Vercel. Anyone have any ideas? We'll work through this one together. If you've got anything you want me to try, let me know. But it looks like something is not resolved. So let's go back to the project, see if there's anything. Give us a hint here. All right. We're going to give AI this. See if it can resolve it for us. Cool. Something wrong with the font, it looks like. and we're in. Look at that. And again, I didn't have to write any code. I didn't even have to look at code to debug that. I just said, AI, this is your problem. Sort it out. All right, so we've got this running. We're actually in Cursor's integrated web view, which is pretty cool. So let's continue here. Anyone running into issues? Need help debugging? NextWork for students would be crazy. I agree. Tell everyone. Everyone should know about NextWork. All right, so we're running the local app. We're going to take a screenshot of Cursor as well. Put that in. Give some context. Clone my repo using Cursor's built-in cloning capabilities. My web app running inside of it. Now we're going to customize something. So we're going to interact directly with UI components, similar to how you'd work in Figma. So if you haven't worked with Figma before, Figma is like a online design design tool. Reviving the Women in Tech Club at our uni, so we'll maybe do one event with NextWork. That's awesome. Yeah, get them to join our build labs as well. We can help work through things together, do projects together. That's what these are about. Learning together and yeah, building cool stuff to showcase. Maximus, thank you, Max. Hello, Maximus. All right, so we're gonna make a change with the component editor. So we need to enable it. We're gonna click the select element button in the browser toolbar. So that's over here, if you can't see it in the top right. There's some stuff here that we can click on, and the one we're looking for, I think, is this one here. And we know it's working because now all of a sudden we're highlighting stuff. So if you use like Chrome div tools, like web browser tools, you can select elements, and this is very similar to that. So you can actually select different parts of your app, which is handy. Yeah, this is. Oh wait. Yeah, Max. I want Sean to build the full. Oh no, he's got it. The legendary Kate's mug. Yep, it's great. Yeah, Sean, if you make them, I'll buy one for Maximus. All right, so we're gonna click the select. We've done that. Show CSS button. Okay, next one. So we got this one here. So again, in this corner. So now we can actually see different elements, how they look, their style. We can adjust styles. So it's very much like a design tool at this point. And we're still not writing code. Might be out of a job by the end of this. Amber is still here. Be like, why, why you? All right. Cool. Magic part. Which component you want to change? Just click on it. Cursor instantly knows exactly what you're talking about. All right. See a menu pop up with tons of CSS options to play with. You can do anything. Make a component larger, blur, colors, spacing. We're going to explore the product button on landing page. We're going to edit that angle. All right, let's do it. Let's have a look. So we've got alignment, padding, margin. Yeah, this is crazy. We can even do opacity. Tandem bicycle shop. Amazing. So we can change it to be opaque, transparent. We can change the corner radius. We can make it really round. Very cool. We can change the font just by selecting them. Very cool. What else can we do here? Change the color, change the alignment, background. Yeah, heaps. I mean, this is fantastic. You can just kind of, all right, let's see. We're gonna make our button stand out a bit. Make it so people are like, whoa, what's that? And they want to click on it. It's a bit different. There you go. 22 degrees. We have to apply it. Okay. So now it's actually told the AI what we want to do based on the configuration we've done. And now the AI is actually going to go and make those code changes for us. If you are following along and you're up to this stage, share a screenshot, show us what your changes, what you've got so far. All right. So, internal server error. Let's see what's going on here now. So we can click review. We can see the actual code if we want to look at the code. We can keep it if we want. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to keep it. And we've got an error. So we're going to tell it something's wrong here. So we're going to commit first. Create a new branch. And we're going to ask it very nicely to fix our problem. We're going to say seeing an internal server error, sad face. Yeah, the documentation for these projects is going to be awesome. Definitely a fun one. Build cache corruption, missing build manifest, Google font. All right, so in this case, we're gonna let it do its thing. It's gonna restart the server. How good is AI at fixing bugs? I think it really depends on the code base that you're working in, I found. So I think that startups now are at a really big advantage because they can kind of build their code bases that in a way that's optimized for AI. That's very much what we're doing at NextWork. But what I found is larger, older code bases are a lot more difficult to provide the context that AI needs to actually be really effective. So a lot of it really comes down to context. So I find that AI is really good at fixing bugs in our code base. We've built it in a way that is really optimized for that. But other companies I've worked at, it's very hit or miss depending on the scope of the issue. At the moment, we're pretty deep into Claude code. So a lot of Claude Claude MD files, skills, commands, and making sure that like the code structure is conforming to certain patterns. I think a lot of the time what it comes down to is consistency as well. So with larger code bases, lots of different teams working on stuff, consistency can kind of start to fall apart. But if you're really consistent and you've also got AI to help you with that consistency, then it sort of compounds. Yeah. Actively debugging with AI right now. Ooh, what are you debugging? I mean, we're debugging as well. So it says our server's working. Let's give it a crack. There we go. We're back up. We just had a conversation and it just fixed something for me. So yeah, AI is great. Fantastic. Turns out it's pretty good at fixing bugs. But again, code base is pretty small at the moment. Kubernetes deployment of the RAG API. Oh, very cool. All right. So we're back up, we're running, we made some changes, we applied. We can do it in terminal, but let's see if we can get Cursor to do it for us. Let's see if, oh, I think we already did. So let's check our repo and see if anything got pushed. 28 minutes ago was not us. So yeah, I think our changes still need to be pushed. So yeah, we'll do it this way. So we're gonna open terminal and then we're going to push. Here we go. Oh, actually, we're gonna try something else. We're gonna say commit and push my changes. All right, so it's working through what changes there were. It's gonna make a commit message for us, describing the changes we made. And we're gonna do git push. Cool. Oh, no upstream branch. All right, so it should fix that for us, hopefully. Actually, let's say use the main branch. Are you still following along the project slide? I know you generated some cool looking websites. All right, so that's being pushed. Ah, damn, that's all good. All right, almost cool. Pushing to Git. Oh, very exciting, very exciting. So our latest commit is now up, and you can see Vercel has automatically kicked in. Look at that, deployment completed. So we can actually click on that. We can look at Vercel here, and we can see what's going on. Which also means if we go to our website and we refresh it, we might see, there we go. Cool, there's our change. Explore the product. Sick angle. It's gonna stand out. People are gonna buy it for sure. We visited the URL and it's live. Good stuff. Let's take a screenshot, document it as we go. How do you think about staging production EDC with Vercel? Yeah, so one of Vercel's other features is allowing you to deploy to different environments. You can have preview environments, for example, and you can actually promote it to production. So, you know, if you've got a live website and you want to make changes and maybe you want to preview them before, or maybe there's other people that need to look at it beforehand, you can push it to a non-prod environment, and then once you're happy with it, you can promote it. So what that means is you're not shipping potential bugs or things that you don't want to users, which is great. And that's built into Vercel as well. You get a lot out of it, which is awesome. Make some changes to my website that are going to help sell my robot. Deployed to production. Been super useful for the marketing website. Yeah, of course. Um, the deployment declares preferences. Kubernetes won't schedule a pod. Cool. Oops. We don't want to return to that later. We've done it. All right. So secret mission, real user monitoring. How cool. So if you don't know what real user monitoring is, it's you could explain it as understanding how users experience your app. So core web vitals are some standards set by Google. Good morning. How are you? Yeah, core web vitals standards set by Google. They affect page ranking, so SEO, and it's a certain set of metrics that give you a good indication of the experience of an application. So LCP, how fast does the main content appear, which is largest contentful paint, interactivity, and visual stability, which is CLS. So if you don't know what CLS is, you probably all experienced it clicking on you go to click on something and then the website loads like an ad or something in place and you accidentally click on an advert or something you didn't want to click. That is a layout shift. And having lots of those on your website means you rank poorly for this. So this will be cool. Let's jump into the secret mission. All right. So let's see, what are we going to do in this secret mission? We're going to enable speed insights. We're going to add it to the app. We're going to deploy it, and then we're going to actually look at the scores, which is really cool. It's really important to know how your users experience your app. It's all well and good deploying something, but you know, if you don't know how people experience it, then it's almost meaningless. You might have really poor conversion. Uh, Maybe you've got really high bounce rates, and you want to know why. So using something like this, you actually get to understand how users experience it and what you can improve, which is awesome. Cool. How do you deal with user data compliance with this tool, especially in multi-country, or is that with more Stripe? Um, which tool specifically are you talking about, Roy? Are you talking about Vercel's real user performance monitoring? The process. Yeah, so with data compliance, so I'm assuming you're talking about things like GDPR or I always forget the acronym. It's either CPPA or CCPA. and other things. So with these kind of tools, really what you're looking for when you enable them and integrate them, you're looking for either compliance. So they'll either say specifically that, like, we are GDPR compliant. Oh, thanks, CCPA. GDPR is for anyone that doesn't know, it's data protection privacy laws specifically for Europe. And if you were to breach any of these, it can actually cost you quite a lot of money. And also, just generally, it's a good thing for users, for us, because it means that our data is protected. And so when you're looking at these tools, you're looking for those key terms, like we're GDPR compliant, we're compliant with this and that. But more importantly, it's actually knowing what goes into them. So for real user performance monitoring, um, I would expect that no personally identifiable information is shared with these apps, because realistically, you don't need to know someone's name to know that a user had a bad time on your application. You only really need to know anonymous stats generally to make decisions about what you can improve. So that's really what I'd be looking for with a tool like this is, if it's collecting personal data, um, I would, yeah, I'd be a bit concerned. And most of the time, these tools have a lot of flexibility for what you put in. Sometimes the responsibility is on you to make sure you're not putting that kind of data in. Um, yeah, so that's kind of what I would look for. So a lot of them will say, like, we're GDPR compliant, or we're CCPA compliant. All right, let's see. What will Speed Insights help track? Core tracks the performance of my app and how users are experiencing it. User facing metrics. So core web vitals measure important user facing metrics. So things like CLS, first contentful paint, largest contentful paint. Yeah, no worries, Roy. Keep the questions coming. So why does this matter for payments? Why do we care if the performance of our app is good or bad for checkout flows and payments? Anyone want to give that a crack? Because slow feels scammy. You know what? I actually agree. Slow feels scammy. It does. All right, what else we got? Just throw them out. According to who, Roy? Day one. Slow feels scammy. Users will drop off when they have a bad experience. Um, yeah. All right, we're going to enable this now. So we're going to go to the dashboard, go to the project, click Speed Insights, and we're going to enable it. Dashboard. We need to find my project, which is here, which probably could have named it something better, but that's okay. I'm going to click Speed Insights. So just over there. And you'll get this pop-up to enable it. If it's already enabled, no worries. There's still another step for us to do. This is free. So again, Vercel, great. Just free everything, just about, which is awesome because, like we said here, This kind of stuff is really important. Put that there. So we're going to enable that. All right. So we can install the package. Going to add it to Next.js component, and then we're going to redeploy the site. Let's work through this. So we've enabled, and now we're going to prompt Cursor to do this for us. Again, like we haven't written any code here, which is great. So we're going to grab this. And we're going to put it into the prompt here. Whoop, that's the last one. We want the latest one. So we're going to add speed insights to a specific component. We're going to import it. Going to add in the component there, and we're going to install it. Let's send it. Welcome, Nat. Anyone else up to the secret mission? Great GIF. Almost. Nice. Chugging along strong. Yeah, mad respect, Sloth. Multitasking. Hopefully learning a few things as we go. Maybe apply them to your current role. Do you use Cursor in your current job, Sloth? And Hairy does. Awesome. They don't use it. You're the only one using it. Wow. Be the change you want to see. That's right. Let's commit this. Add core web vitals. Tracking. The intern using Cursor. Intern's ahead of the game, in my opinion. Let's push. So we can go over here. We can check our deployments. You can see it's deploying now. The only thing I'd say about using AI as an intern, just question everything that it outputs and really, really try to understand why it's given you the results it has. And you'll go a lot farther than if you were to just kind of accept. All right, so we've added it, we've pushed it, we've deployed it. We can see Vercel's automatically deployed. We can even like go and click on the commit. Use Claude to explain it all to you in another window or yeah, great advice. Great advice. So just for context, what we did there was we installed a package that Vercel provides specifically for the Speed Insights feature, and we've added it in per their recommendation. Well, AI's done it for us, really. And then, yeah, that's the package there. So pretty straightforward, and that should give us core web vitals. So now we need to generate some traffic. So if I can find my app, here we go. So refreshed. I'm gonna go here, add the cart. Oh, doesn't actually do anything yet. Coming soon. All right, refresh, refresh. Traffic. Also, go ahead and visit that website for me. Let's generate some traffic together so we can see. We'll be able to see probably some region stats, or maybe people have different performance on different like browsers or uh, hardware. So yeah, click on that. Check out my website. Buy my product. Laundry folding robot. Very good deal. Refresh the page a few times, and we'll check out feed insights here. We should hopefully see people actually do 24 hours. What have we got? Mobile, desktop. So we've got a few stats in here. Just me so far. Maybe Maya and Maximus and Nat if they're still around. I clicked. Where are you based, Roy? Max is in there. Get some VPN action going. Right. Maybe Roy's actually in New Zealand. Cool. All right. Well, we've got 29 data points. Everyone in New Zealand is having a great experience. Oh, Sloth as well. There we go. No one having a poor experience or needs improvement. So actually, I mean, that's great. Less work for us or AI, really. Less work for AI. So first contentful paint is coming in 0.9. It's great. Largest 1.1. So for context, your largest contentful paint will probably, in this case, it'd probably be this image here, or it might even be this whole section. What else have we got? Interaction to next paint, 8 milliseconds is great. First input delay is like if I load the page and I click on something, like how responsive is that thing? So if you were to like, I don't know if you've ever loaded a page and you've gone to click on a button and you're just clicking and nothing's happening, that's first input delay. So very important, especially for buying. Someone wants to buy my product, I want them to be able to click on everything instantly. No delays. Trying to catch up. Ooh, what part are you up to? Right, I can't purchase. That's coming in the next project in the series. So that's when we'll hook up Stripe, and yeah, you'll be able to purchase the robot. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We got some data points from the US. Looking good. Also, great experience. Wow, very cool. All right, so we've reviewed our performance scores. A bit of an explanation here. Yeah, and again, Google uses this to rank web pages as well. So if you've got really poor performing um, uh, metrics, then you're probably not going to rank that high compared to websites that have got really good performance. And just like it says here, a slow or janky checkout page destroys trust. So I think Maximus said it to us before. We'll go back. Excellent quote. Slow feels scammy. Yeah. Janky. Exactly. Definitely agree. So good performance builds trust. And you can catch the issues before people bounce, which is excellent. All right, let's take a screenshot of it. We're going to document as we go, show uh, future employers what we can do, what we understand, and also that the websites we build are awesome. All right, what are our scores? So LCP, largest contentful paint, we've got 0.78. We'll format it this way. Nice bullet points. It means that I am going to sell so many robots because my app performs really well and it is not janky. I'm in demand. Yeah. Yes. The sloth robot is in demand. So INP is 8 milliseconds, which is great. CLS, what do we got? 0. So 0 layout shift is awesome. That is a very good score. All right, so we've got Core Web Vitals. We've got an app that is selling our excellent robot. Um, anyone stuck on any steps or want to handle anything at this point, just shout out. This is what we've done here. So we've got our users visiting our app, and Speed Insights is sending data straight to Vercel and displaying it on a nice dashboard for us. We can go and take a look at that. And if these were not doing too well, these stats, we would start to look at ways to improve them. Luckily for us, it's all looking pretty good. Cool. Core Web Vitals. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Let's get us to explain Core Web Vitals to us. How are these different from using Grafana? Ooh, good question. So, Grafana, how it's different really is that Vercel gives a lot of this to us out of the box. So, from our setup, and you'll see it as well, but just adding simple import and putting it in our React code, Next.js code, like that gives us access to this data. Whereas Grafana, a bit more of a manual setup, more time, more cost involved with setting it up. So how are they different? At a high level, they are they're solving similar problems. They're displaying metrics that are important to us. But this in particular is built into Vercel's offering. So yeah, and it's free, which is great. So which one's better? It's really just going to depend on things like what resources you have available to you in terms of like dev time, and also whether or not you've already got Grafana integrated and you've already got a website that's not on Vercel. So yeah, a few considerations there. Most of the time, if you're trying to get from 0 to 1 really quickly, using tools that have features like this out of the box are really going to help you out and speed things up for you. Where they kind of start to fall apart is later on when you start getting more and more users, you end up paying more, and then that's when you can kind of decide, oh, maybe I should build some of this myself. I'm already pregnant with Grafana. That's great. It is a great skill to learn though. So learning Grafana is, yeah, it's definitely something that's in demand, because like I said, this kind of stuff only gets you so far. At some point, you're going to have to start paying for it, and when you've already got like an engineering team and they know Grafana, and maybe you already have Grafana set up. A lot of the time it ends up being cheaper just to like do it yourself. So yeah, if it's already in your project, keep it there. It's a good thing to learn. All right, what has Ask given us? Oh, there was another question. Does the Ask feature have the NextWork Teams persona? Yeah, it's got a little bit of all of us in there. It's cheaper to keep her. Yep. Excellent. Sorry, my pronunciation. Grafana. There you go. Yes, and we do have a project. There you go. So Sloth, that's all you. That's your next one. Get some back-end experience. All right, so why are Core Web Vitals important? Google considers them important for the overall user experience, part of Google's effort to unify quality signals that are essential to delivering a great user experience on the web. It's very true. So LCP, FID, CLS, there's actually quite a lot of them. Let's get it to list all of them, including ones that are not SEO ranked. Yeah, it's a good one, Sean. Okay, maybe these are the only official ones right now. They've changed a lot over time. Yeah, these CLS is my personal favorite, because yeah, websites that bounce around while you're trying to click on stuff is incredibly frustrating. All right, so we are towards the end here. Clean up your resources. Nothing really to clean up here. We can keep everything running, or we could stop everything. But maybe before we do that, I recommend everyone jump in V0 and generate some fun websites, and yeah, see what you can come up with. I really like this one, the AI tools leaderboard, and share them in the chat. The KPI terminal platform, you can point at anything. All right, so we've got a laundry robot. We could sell more than one product. If anyone has any additional ideas, I think Roy had one a little bit ago. Let's push this to its limits and see what we can build. Oh, that is cool. Is that one you built, Roy? Just started. Wow, that's awesome. We've got mugs, we've got robots, we've got watches. Yeah, that's crisp. I like neural mind sync. Predictive shield, anticipate your needs, emotional intelligence, mood awareness responses. That's great. I think I need one of these. Yeah, if you haven't yet, V0 is a lot of fun. definitely be using this one in the future. Really good just getting from 0 to 1, testing out ideas. If you ever wanted to start a business, now is honestly the best time for testing things out. You can go from having nothing to selling a laundry folding robot in a couple of hours. Cool. So what did we use today? We used V0, we used Vercel, we used Vercel Speed Insights, we used Cursor 2.0, and it's what do we call it? It's uh, web editor. A wasabi theme. Right. Yeah, hold up. That's the price of a full robot, Roy. It's more expensive actually. A watch or 24/7 running laundry folding robot. All right, Maximus, what other products are we selling here? Robotic shoe. All right, we'll add robotic shoes in. And gloves. Okay. We are now selling more products. Add robotic shoes and robotic gloves. Keep it on page. The robotic gloves code for you. Amazing. What did you miss? Well, so we're still working through this project here. We've pretty much made it to the end here. Oh yeah, Maya's gotcha. Um, and yeah, we've been using V0 to build out e-commerce pages. We've used Vercel to deploy it. You can actually go and view the website live, which is very cool if you visit that. And we've also got performance monitoring on it now. So if you visit that site, we can see how it performed for you. We've already got some stats coming in, and yeah, some from the US, New Zealand. Let's see what V0 is up to. Still chugging along. Just updated my repo. Oh, amazing. Maximus, could you run through how you would go about making changes if your performance was bad? Oh, great question. Great question. All right. So we'll take my favorite one, CLS. So currently CLS is 0, which is great. But quite often, CLS is one of the biggest culprits for poor performing apps. So in this case, if we have a very high CLS, one thing that I would do first is I would just see if it's immediately obvious from the website. When I load the website, can I experience the same thing? If not, maybe I would do things like, so if we go here, hot tip for everyone, you can go to network and you can actually add throttling. So depending on where most of your users are, maybe 3G is what most people have. Maybe it's 4G. Maybe it's still like slow 4G. So as developers, we quite often have the best of the best. We've got good connections, we've got good hardware, and so we're the 6G. Yeah, sorry. And so quite often, it works really well for us, but it doesn't necessarily work well for users. So we can do things like we can make it slow, right? And then we can see how it performs that way. So I'd actually try to identify where it's slow. Don't forget to turn that off. Also another great tip, if you forget, you will wonder why everything is slow for weeks before you realize. All right. So the next thing that I do is, in this case, I would actually just go and once I've confirmed where the issue is, I would prompt AI. So quite often it's images. You can do things like lazy loading of images. You can compress images, reduce the size, or you can change where those components are structured. So everyone's going to be a bit different. No two performance issues are really the same. And yes, WebP. So WebP, if you don't know, we'll ask. We'll ask. Should I use it? So WebP is a modern format for images. It's a smaller size and it's more performant on the web. So smaller sizes, pretty significant actually. You can get 25, sometimes even up to 50% reduction in size, and they're the same quality. So you don't lose anything. It's lossless compression. It's just a more performant compression algorithm. And yeah, so that's one thing that you can do if you see poor performance. All right, let's see if it's still going. I don't know if it's actually, oh, explore product. There they are. Maximus, this one's for you. We've got stride, we've got grip, AI assisted walking shoes for effortless mobility, and precision haptic gloves for enhanced dexterity for your coding. Yeah, this is very cool. Very cool tool. All right. Any other questions, or anyone made some cool products they want to share? Maximus is solid. He's ready to buy. Let's publish this. Let's ship it. And at Maximus, you can buy these. Ran out of tokens in V0. Will we be needing this on the remaining series? Excellent question. I believe for the next series, you're going to be using Cursor to do most of the updates. If you need to jump back into V0, that's all good. You can still use Cursor for most of your. Cool. So we're publishing that, and then we'll fill out our validations, and we'll share our project. Style costume. Yeah. V0 is my new fave. All right, we've done it. Look at that. The future of everyday tasks like walking or using your hands is here. Excellent. Yeah, tokens, honestly, yeah, it's a constant struggle. Uh, Gonna need to start running SLMs to do coding locally. So key concept, what do we learn? How to create amazing e-commerce landing pages without having to code. Do some bullet points. How to deploy to Vercel, which has built-in security features, and also how to make changes to code using Cursor's built-in web editor. How was the most challenging part? AI made it pretty easy, but we hit a couple snags. Was running into build and package issues, but AI was pretty good at resolving them. Build a website in a really short amount of time. Claude crack. Yep, we're on the Claude train. Claude crack. Oh gosh. Google anti-gravity is not bad. Yep, we've trialed that as well. To learn how to use new AI tools. Any skills people want to learn next after this? After playing around with V0, Vercel? Life before Claude. I don't think it existed. Yes, more AI skills. Stripe integration. That one will be awesome. So, we had a lot of fun with this one. But next project, it's time to collect people's money. These products, they're going to be flying, but we need Stripe for that. Learn more about memory. Is that AI memory specifically? How to increase spinning up DeepSeek on a... Oh, that's awesome, Sean. That's really cool. For context, we have integrated memory into the Ask feature, so it knows certain things about you and can help you and kind of adapt to your learning style. Um, yeah, so definitely use the Ask feature. Talk to it, tell it what your goals are. Um, I want to be the best AI engineer in the world. It'll remember that. At the moment, we're using Gemini 2.5 Flash. Probably upgrade it to Gemini 3 Flash in the next few months. Cool. So yeah, recommending some projects for me, AI related stuff. Yeah, so it knows what my goals are and can keep recommending things for me. Just started using Claude and got hooked. Oh, missed that one. So what if you get high traffic? Does CDN manage that? Oh, that is an excellent question. So Vercel is handling all the scaling for us, and the CDN that it deploys also really helps with that. So it means that the actual server itself isn't getting slammed. You've got nodes on the sort of periphery, so um, closer to where users are. So you might have what they're called edge nodes usually in different regions. So there might be one close to Sean's house, there might be one next to Roy's house, and instead of all going to the same server, say in New Zealand, you get your content from the CDN, and so you get it really quickly. And because it's like fast cached, it means your server doesn't have to serve all the traffic all at once. Yeah. And yes, Vercel handles that for us. Create a readme.md once it starts hallucinating, but that eats tokens. Yeah, gotta be careful with context bloat, I guess, is the main thing. Like CloudFront. Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's exactly it. 100%. Maximus coming in with the facts. Let's take the quiz. Ooh. Anyone know the answer? So, which of the following is not one of the core web vitals? A, interactivity, C, loading, B, server response, or D, visual stability? What do you guys think? Chuck your answers in the chat. Maximus, you should know this one. He's silent. SRS. Server response. SRT. Sean's typing. Give it another second. All right, 3, 2. So right. We'll go with Roy's. Yeah, we do. We need thinking music. It is. It's SRT. SRT is not one of the core web vitals. All right, next. Primary function of v0.dev. A, GitHub repos. B, performance metrics. C, generate e-commerce UI. Or D, platform for secure payment processing. All right, Maximus, come on. Gotta go. Been fun. Awesome. Thank you for joining, Sean. Have a good one. D. No. It is actually to generate a complete commerce UI. Oh, we got 3 minutes left, so let's steamroll these. What is a key feature of Cursor 2.0 highlighted in the project? Does it manage Git authentication, automatically generate entire e-commerce apps? Does it provide a browser component editor or allow direct editing of production code on the site? It's actually C. So component, oh yeah, he's got it. There you go. How do you sign into v0.dev? We use our existing Vercel account. Yeah, Maya's got it. Which of the following features does Vercel automatically provide upon deployment? AI-powered code generation, manual server config, automatic, HTTPS, global CDN, and DDoS, or local dev. I think it's C. So we get HTTPS, CDN, which we talked about, which Roy asked some great questions, and DDoS protection. And finally, after generating the e-commerce app, how do you export the project to GitHub? Using Cursor, clicking the GitHub icon. Sounds too good to be true, but I think it might be that one. Or by manually copying the generated code. Sounds like a lot of effort. Or clicking download code also sounds like a lot of effort. I think it's this one. Good stuff. All right, mission accomplished. Wow, look at that. Great gift. Let's share this to the community. All right. Beep, beep. Hopefully it doesn't collapse it. Create this. Over here. And our title is going to be this one. And a tag, my documentation. Post that there. Be sure to give it some likes. If you also completed the project, please share it. Would love to see. And yeah, if you are using V0 to generate stuff still, share some screenshots of all the cool things that you're making, the cool products. It was awesome to see. And hopefully you'll learn something. And next project in the series, that's going to be an exciting one. Let's see. So I think we're integrating Stripe. Again, going to be really important for actually selling stuff. So be sure to tune into that one. We'll just keep building on top of this. Thanks for joining, everyone. If you've got any follow-up questions, just chuck them in the channel. At myself, Maya, Maximus loves answering questions too. So thanks for joining, everyone. Cheers.